Good morning, friends. We are here for our pop-up yoga class here this morning, and I am going to be teaching in all levels, slow flow, what we're calling a soul flow to yin, and I'll be starting with a little bit of meditation and breath work and a sadhana practice. So I want you to grab your yoga mat. If you have a bolster, grab a bolster. If you have a block, grab your block. This again is an all levels flow. This is what we call a slow flow to yin. And we're going to start with just a short sadhana practice. So I'm going to shorten all of this, a practice that I would normally do, because we're going to just make this 60 minutes this morning. But oftentimes we'll do a 60-minute to a 75-minute practice. And in Wise Mind Soul Warrior, oftentimes they're anywhere from 60 minutes up to 75 on average. We have some practices at around 45 minutes. And we split up the sadhana and the asana practice. So we start with some oils. So the intention, the sankalpa of the class this morning is going to be around opening the heart chakra, opening the Atman, the soul, right? So really connecting at a deeper level to our mind, body, and soul. So with that, we want to choose a oil that is connected to the heart chakra. I'm going to choose a rose, which is one of my favorites, but another option is actually wild orange. So doTERRA has a great wild orange option, one of the best, but it doesn't have to be doTERRA. It could be any all-natural essential oil. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. If somebody in the comments can let me know you can hear me okay. Hold on one second. Just checking with Dana. Checking with my sound person. You can let me know in the comments, Dana, that how the music is, if I should turn it up or down as far as how you can hear me. Let me know. Okay, so again, starting with an essential oil. This is called a healing oil. This is a rose oil blend, and it's called Sun's Eye. So you place a little bit on the hands, you rub the hands together, and then you cup the hands and take 3 deep breaths. Now there's actually a science behind essential oils. So this is part of yoga therapy. This is part of yoga psychology, that you are using as many senses as possible in your practice. So you're using your sense of touch, you're using your sense of smell, you're using your sense of sight, or you're closing the eyes and taking away the sense of sight. So I just want you to think about that there is a science behind it. And the more of the senses that we can actually integrate into the practice, the more healing that we can do on multiple levels. Okay, so that's the science behind it. So a lot of people think essential oils are woo. Actually, it also can change the amygdala and the parts of the brain that actually regulate emotion, and it can change your mood in as little as 30 seconds when the essential oil goes to the brain. Okay, so again, this is not something we do with every single sadhana practice, but this is an option that you can use resin, or you can use sage or Palo Santo. Again, this doesn't have to be part of your practice, but this is a way to clear energy. And this is Palo Santo. This is called Holy Wood. And again, this is another yoga therapy tool where we're integrating the senses of smell, and it's a way to clear out. So this is what we call energy medicine. And we talk about things like emotion is energy in motion. So there is a science behind energy and emotion, and that every single emotion that we feel has a connection to it, right? It has a Hertz measurement on the scale called the Hawkins scale. So again, there's a science behind changing our energy, which is called the pranamaya kosha, with the kosha system. So I'm going to just place a little bit of resin on here. Hopefully this burns a little bit. And then we're going to get into our meditation and our yoga flow. So again, if you can see the smoke coming up, I have my feather. And again, I'm using the feather to bring the resin around. And again, this is just a tool. You don't have to use this, but the resin is a way to, again, clear so that you can be more in tune with the practice. So I'm going to show you this. And again, here's my little seashell that I have my resin and my sage. I have my essential oils. I have my resin. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to clear this out so you can see it. See that coming? So when we're teaching a class, when we're actually teaching a retreat, like we did at the Prama Institute in Asheville, we take the resin and we're putting it around each student and we're clearing out their energy. So again, let me know that you're here. Give a comment and your name, because I see there's folks on here, but I don't know who's here. So again, I'm going to make a comment with your name and where you're joining us from, so we can see you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the meditation. We'll do a little short practice of breath work, and then we're going to start into the movement and the flow. So with the breath work today, I'm going to do just a simple breath. It's called the Dirga Pranayama, or 3-part breath. So this is a great breath for everyday stress, anyone who struggles with anxiety. And we're starting at the base of the spine to the belly button, to the chest, and pausing. And then from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. Again, we're coming from the belly to the diaphragm to the chest, pausing. Exhale from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. So we're going to do about 15 of these. Then we're going to move into just a short 5-minute meditation, and then we're going to start to move. So again, I invite you to take a deep breath from the base of the spine, the diaphragm, and the chest. Pause at the collarbone. Deep exhale from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. Inhale from the base of the spine, diaphragm, chest. Pause at the collarbone. Exhaling from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. And again, inhale from the base to the diaphragm to the chest and pause. Exhale from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. A few more here. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, pause. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, pause. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Keep going. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, pause. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. A few more here. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, pause at the collarbone. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Make these the deepest breaths. Our last 3. Big, deep inhale from the base. Belly, diaphragm, chest, pause. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, pause. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. One more time. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Pause at the collarbone. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Beautiful. Place the hands on the knees. The palms are facing down for grounding. Palms are facing up for receiving. So just take a moment and notice any shifts in the mind or body. You might feel a little bit lightheaded because pranayama breaths are very, very powerful. So I just invite you to join us in learning about stress resilience and about emotional resilience and learning these pranayama breaths that we can take off the mat on a daily basis in our daily lives so that we can stay calm in the chaos. We can build a legacy of peace. We can ground our nervous systems. We can improve and strengthen our immune system through these breaths. So I invite you anytime you might be sitting on a Zoom call for work, you might be getting ready to go into the grocery store, you might find yourself feeling like you're going into fight or flight or going into anxiety. And so I invite you to use this 3-part breath, not only to prepare for meditation, but as a way to keep your body grounded. So with that, let's go ahead and close the eyes or have a soft gaze. If you have a meditation pillow, I invite you to use that, place that under the hips. You also can use a block, if you would like, underneath the hips to push the hips slightly forward. And this helps to bring the chest open and the shoulders are back. And again, we're thinking about a strain coming up through the crown of the head. And you can choose, if you would like, if you have a yoga blanket at home, you can place that underneath, or you can simply just sit on your yoga mat. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. You can put the legs out straight. You can choose to be sitting on a chair. We're going to take about 5 minutes. So again, I invite you to find a comfortable seat. Again, it can be on a chair, it can be on your couch, it can be sitting on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you. So the WiseMind meditation method is not about being super strict and not moving. And if you're having pain and somewhere in your body that you don't move at all, that's the Vipassana style of meditation. We invite you to have more of a flexible meditation style where you find what works for you. And not everybody can sit in a yogi seat or sit in a comfortable or an easy seat. And so again, that is the WiseMind meditation method, that you are finding what works for you. And whether that's 5 minutes meditation, whether that's 30 minutes meditation, we invite you to start to connect to what is your meditation that works for you and your body and what your mind and body is calling for right now. So if you are comfortable, I invite you to close the eyes or have a soft gaze. If you do not feel comfortable closing the eyes, keep the eyes open or maybe a soft gaze. And I want you to just imagine yourself grounding here. So grounding the sit bones into Mother Earth, imagining being held underneath your chair or underneath your mat with this grounding energy that is supporting you, that is grounding you. You can imagine a 7-mile wide crystal at the center of the earth, and it's emulating this grounding energy. I invite you, if for you, it's connecting to a higher power and grounding yourself that way, taking a moment there. Go ahead and connect to whatever that is for you. So I want you to soften your belly. And just take a slow breath in and a long breath out. So taking a deep breath in and exhale out. 2 more times. Deep inhale in. Exhale, release. Deep inhale in. Exhale, release. Just notice the gentle rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. This is the heart breath. So our intention, our sankalpa for today's practice is connecting to our heart, our soul, our Atman, and opening the heart. So bring your attention to your nostrils, maybe the space right between the nostrils, between the nostril and the top of the lip. And notice the breath as it's going in and out of the nostrils. This is actually a mindfulness exercise. So just gentle, normal breathing, inhaling and exhaling. You want to elongate the exhale. So just a nice, gentle inhale and exhale. Now with your imagination, follow your breath as it travels in and out of the body. Visualize your breath finding its way to the heart. And follow the path of your breath to the center of your heart and find a warm light glowing at its core. So I want you to maybe even visualize a white light, a rose gold light, maybe it's a green emerald light, which is the color of the heart chakra, and it's emanating from the heart space. And the science of the heart is that we are emulating out this beautiful energy from the heart, and we actually have the biggest magnetic flow through the heart, even more so through the brain. And the heart chakra actually comes out through our fingertips. Imagine our heart chakra has wings, and we're opening the heart, comes the whole way out to the fingertips. And it comes like an orb around you, bringing the hands straight out in front of you. So at each in-breath reaches the center of the heart. And I want you to watch the light glow brighter and brighter as if you were blowing an ember. And as you breathe out, watch the light spread through the center of the heart in all directions. So again, with each in-breath, I want you to imagine the center of the heart and watch the light glow, the white light or the green emerald color light brighter as if you were blowing on an ember. And as you breathe out, watch the light spread in the center of the heart in all directions. Again, maybe it's coming out to the fingertips, the wings of the heart chakra. And this phrase of shining your light, of having a bright light in yoga, this is what we mean by that, is not only our pranamaya approach to our energetic body of releasing this unconditional love and compassion from the heart chakra, but it's really about healing our heart space so that our light can shine even more brightly and we have more unconditional love and compassion to give out to ourselves because we have healed our heart chakra. We have given ourselves unconditional love. We have let go of judgment. We've done a judgment detox. And this allows us to not judge others as much and have more patience and more unconditional love and compassion. So allow the light, again, to go brighter and glow brighter with each time you breathe in. And with each out breath, you want to transform and transport the light beyond your heart in all directions. So it spreads across the body. And we're soothing and relaxing each part of your body as it spreads. And feel the warm light move across your chest and into the shoulders, into the neck, into the head. And follow the glow down your back and arms, all the way to your fingertips. As the light spreads, notice a feeling of warmth. You'd be bathing in those areas like a soothing balm, and each part of you feeling soft and relaxed. And the heart chakra not only is in our heart space, but it's actually between our shoulder blades and our back as well. So I want you to imagine that white light coming out from the front and the back space in all directions. And with the next few out breaths, watch the light pour from the heart to the belly, through the hips, down the legs, all the way down to the feet and toes. Again, imagining this white light around you, a rose gold light. And maybe it's an emerald light at the heart space or a white light. And with your next few out breaths, watch the light pour into your heart, into your belly, and your body is relaxed and it's glowing from within. So bask in that warm light and just relax. Just relax. So what does it feel like when my mind is calm and my heart is open? Again, my mind is calm and my heart is open. What does it feel like to let go of judgment, to unconditionally love yourself? You want to learn to just ride the wave of any emotions. So a mindful self-compassion meditation is, may I be safe, may I be peaceful, may I be healthy, may I live with ease and beingness, may I be kind and gentle to myself. So making a vow to yourself, making a sankalpa, visualizing this promise that you make to yourself that describes how you will live according to your core values. And maybe the vow is, may I be patient with myself when I make mistakes. May I love myself still unconditionally. May I be mindfully and consciously kind and gentle myself when I don't meet the expectations that I put on myself. I am peace. I am joy. I am gratitude. I am loving awareness. I am mindful self-compassion. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be healthy. May I live with ease and being instead of doing. May I be kind and gentle to myself. May I be kind and gentle to myself. So just take a moment, just ground yourself here. And then as you're ready, don't let me rush you ever so gently. You can remove, if you're using a meditation pillow. And we're going to start to move a little bit here. So just some gentle movement. Again, this is an all levels class. And we're going to start to just reach out in front, wherever this feels comfortable to you. So if you can cross the legs, or the legs might be out in front of you, I invite you to try tiger paws, where the palms are pressing. It's the fingertips, or you can use the whole hand. Just connecting. And then exhale, walk yourself to the right. Start to open up the side body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale on the opposite side. You're going to start to feel an opening here. And then place the left hand down. You can keep the bottom elbow slightly bent, and then just reach over to the left. And again, the bottom elbow, if you would like, you can come the whole way down to the bottom elbow, or just simply open up on the right side body. I want you to imagine the sit bones plugging into the earth, and you feel that opening up the whole right side body from the sit bones to the fingertips. And then inhale, come back to center. Whichever foot you have in front, you want to switch. And then exhale, walk yourself to the opposite side, planting the right hand and reaching with the opposite arm. Again, the bottom elbow can be slightly bent. You can bring the elbow the whole way down if you choose. And feel that opening again, plugging into the sit bones here through the fingertips. But opening up the side body. Exhale, come back to center. Maybe reach out a little bit further. Relax the head. Inhale, come back to center. Moving to a tabletop position. If you choose, you can use a blanket here. If you have a blanket or you have a towel at home, you can use a blanket on the knees here. That feels better for you. And we're going to move into some cat and cows here. So inhale, arching the back, opening, carving out from the chest. And then exhale into cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, open the back. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Just take a moment, start to circle the hips in one direction. Opposite direction. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take that arm through. This is thread the needle. Exhale, plant the hand. Inhale, reach. Opposite side, exhale, plant. Inhale, reach the left arm. Exhale, come through. Thread the needle on this side. Opening up the shoulders here. You don't have to put this arm, can stay out in front. Exhale, plant the hand. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant. So coming back to tabletop position, you're going to press, straighten the back foot, then press the toe into the mat. Inhale, reach the opposite arm. And then maybe raise the leg. If that doesn't work for you, that's perfectly fine. You can keep the back foot planted. And exhale, place it down. Opposite side, press the ball of the back foot into the mat. Inhale the opposite arm, right arm reaches. Then maybe lift the back leg for balance. You don't have to. Exhale, release. Now you can stay here in tabletop position, but we're going to push into downward facing dog. So taking your first downward facing dog. Spread all 10 fingers. Walking the feet. Connecting to the breath. When you're ready, ever so slowly bringing yourself to the back of the mat. Grab opposite elbows here. And we're just doing ragdoll here. So wherever that is for you, just gently releasing. Maybe rock yourself back and forth. When you're ready, slightly bend the left knee, plant the left hand, and reach the opposite arm up. So we're opening, warming up the spine. Exhale, plant the top hand, then the right knee, opposite arm reaches. So just keep moving in this pace. A few of these, again, continuing to open the lower back. Exhale and reach. Exhale and reach. And then walk yourself back out to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hopper step. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Again, knees can be slightly bent here. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. So taking a moment here to connect to your intention, your sankalpa. What is that for you here this morning? Is it Feeling the heart space. Is it connecting to your heart space? Is it letting go of something that you would like to release from the heart or from the mind and body? So just take a moment and connect to whatever that sankalpa, that intention is for you. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands at heart center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to a plank position. And you also can be in a tabletop here as well. And if you want to go to tabletop, you can push into a child's pose. So we're bending the knees, bringing the arms out in front, and bringing the forehead to the mat. If you have a vinyasa in your practice, you can also come to a plank and do a full vinyasa, coming down to a chaturanga, an upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So find what feels good in your body this morning, what your body's calling for, what your personal practice is, and then taking it from there. So coming up from a child's pose, and if you have not come to a modified upward facing dog, come to an upward facing dog, and then push into downward facing dog. Take 3 Ujjayi breaths. Again, we're sealing the lips, is what Ujjayi is. We're sealing the lips and breathing in and out of the nose. This is another pranayama breath that helps us to ground our nervous system and strengthen our immune system. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hopper step. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Again, knees can be slightly bent. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. And again, you can come to a plank or tabletop here. If you come to tabletop, you're going to push back into a child's pose. Take a breath here, or you can choose from plank, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Come to a downward facing dog. Take 3 Ujjayi breaths. 3 Ujjayi breaths. Again, breathing in and out of the nose, sealing the lips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hopper step. This is our last sun salutation A. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, knees can be slightly bent and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time. Gonna inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, and again to a plank, vinyasa, or come into a child's pose. In tabletop. When you're ready, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hopper step. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to sit back in our chair and bring our hands to heart center. So we're going to be in chair pose here. We're going to inhale, lengthen. You can keep your hands here at heart center if this is uncomfortable. And we're just simply exhaling and inhaling. Or if you choose whatever that range of motion is for you, we're rising up and rooting down. Inhale, come the whole way up, open the heart. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center and press the right foot back. So the ball of the back foot is planted, and this is crescent pose. You can inhale, lengthen, or keep hands at heart center. You also can cross the hands and just have the pointer fingers. You can imagine yourself as a strong soul warrior, and this is your sword. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, pivot and plant the back foot, and exhale, reach out into warrior two. So again, we can place the palms up. You can have the palms down. And we're gazing at that middle finger is our focal point. Take the front arm up and reverse. You can be looking at the top hand or just gazing over the back shoulder. Exhale, take the left elbow to the left knee, opposite arm reaches. Extended side angle. And then straighten the front leg and reach the opposite arm up. Reverse triangle. Feel an opening of the whole front side body. You might even grab the wrist and pull, get a deeper stretch, deeper opening. And when you're ready, bend the front knee, exhale, plant the right hand, the back knee can come down or stay lifted. Lift the opposite arm, kneeling or full dragonfly twist. Exhale, plant the hand, come to a tabletop or a plank position, and then come to that child's pose or take your vinyasa, upward facing and downward facing dog. When you get to downward facing dog, take 3 ujjayi breaths, or maybe a few extra. Inhale, come up. If you're not to downward facing yet, take your 3 breaths. You can take up to 5 or 6 if you're already there. Again, sealing the lips, ujjayi breaths, grounding the nervous system. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hopper step. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise up, bending the knees. Bring the hands to heart center, chair pose. You can keep the hands here and bring the arms back, or you can reach up. So here we go, rising up, exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up, open the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Press, step the left foot back and press the left ball of the foot into the mat. This is crescent pose. So pressing equally between that front leg, pressing the ball of the back foot, feel that prana, the energy pressing down and grounding here. Then you can keep the hands here, or you can cross the fingers, have the index finger pointed, creating your sword. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pivot and plant the back foot. Prepare yourself for warrior two and exhale, press out. Again, palms can be up, palms can be down. Gazing at the middle finger. Take one more breath. Inhale, flip the front arm up. You can look over the back shoulder. If you're looking at the top, reversing your warrior. Exhale, take the right elbow to the right knee and opening up the whole left side body, extended side angle. Straighten the front leg. Reach the front arm up. Reverse your triangle. Exhale, bending the front knee. Plant the left hand. The back knee can come down or stay lifted, kneeling or full dragonfly twist. Exhale, plant the hand, come to a tabletop or a plank. Take your vinyasa or come into a child's pose. And bringing the forehead to the mat. Take a few breaths here. When you're ready, push into downward facing dog. Take 3 to 5, maybe even 6 breaths here. When you're ready, I'm going to take this through one more time on each side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, half step. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, rise up, chair pose, Uttanasana. Again, hands can stay at heart center, or we can inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. 2 more times. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Come the whole way up, open the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, we step the right foot back. Coming to that crescent pose. Press the ball of the back foot. Hands, index finger, or just hands forward, or keep them at the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pivot and plant the back foot and push out into warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, take the front arm up. Reverse your warrior. I want you to think about this as a moving meditation. Exhale, left elbow to left knee, opposite arm reaches. Extended side angle, straighten the front leg, reach the front arm up. Reverse your triangle. Beautiful. Exhale, bend the front knee, plant the right hand. The back knee can come down or be lifted. Extended. We're kneeling, dragonfly twist. Maybe we circle this time, 3 big circles. Opening up the shoulder. Exhale, plant the hand. Come to a tabletop position or take your vinyasa. Take a child's pose here for a few breaths. When our forehead touches the mat, it sends the brain a signal that we are safe. And so this is a great pose to use at any time, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious. Take one more breath. And then come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, upward step. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, rise up, chair pose, Uttanasana. Again, bringing the hands to the heart center. Hands can stay right here and exhale this way, or we reach the arms up. We'll do 3 of these. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down. Inhale, come the whole way up, open the heart. Hands to heart center. Press the left foot back. Then maybe we straighten the arms, cross the fingers, have that index finger, this is your sword. Exhale, hands to heart center, pivot and plant the back foot, and press out into warrior 2. Inhale, take the front arm up, reverse your warrior. Again, you can be looking over your shoulder, up at the top hand. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, extended side angle. Straighten the front leg, reach the front arm up. Reverse your triangle. Exhale, bending the front knee, plant the left hand. Back knee can come down or be straight. Reach the opposite arm up. Kneeling or full dragonfly twist, and then exhale, circle. 3 big circles, opening the shoulder here. Exhale, plant the hands onto your tabletop or full plank. Take your vinyasa or child's pose here. Just take a moment here to catch your breath. When you're ready, you can just take a moment to just sit here. Just notice your breath. And that was just a short little flow, right? That was to get our bodies moving. We're going to move into our yin portion. So if you have a yoga blanket or if you have a bolster, you're going to want to grab that. You have that in your home studio. Here's what I use for my bolster. It doesn't have to be like this. It can be a circular bolster, but this is one I use most often. And I also use this one, which is called a pranayama pillow. So this is a good one for some yin poses, and this is also a good one for support. So we're going to start with, you also can use meditation pillow. I'm going to take you through just a couple yin poses. And we want to start with a pigeon pose. So if you have any problems with your knees, I would suggest doing this on your back. So let me show you what that looks like first. You can be on your back, and then you can cross the right knee over the left and grab underneath your knee here. So this is a way, if you want to slightly press here, you get a little bit more opening in the knees. Or if you do not have any problems, and this is not uncomfortable for you, you can come into a pigeon pose. So we take the right knee to the right wrist, and the back leg is in a half split. We find an opening here, and you might put a block underneath the right side. You might use a yoga blanket underneath. You want to square off the hips if your hips are not touching here. And we inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. So just completely releasing here and letting go. So just take a moment here to breathe. We're opening the hips. And just know that our hips are like junk drawers. We hold a lot of emotion and stress in our hips. So just know you might feel an emotional release here, and just let go of whatever that is. Just know you might have an emotion that might come up, and that's completely normal. When you're ready, so slowly and gently come up from that. And I invite you to move to a tabletop position. And you're going to circle the right hip. You circle the right hip and get the blood circulation back. So just circling here. If you choose, you can come up into a downward facing dog and do the same thing here. Circle the hip. And then when you're ready, you're going to do the same on the other side. So again, at any time, if you need to flip over onto your back, or if you have knee problems, I would suggest doing this on your back and placing the right knee over the left, and you can grab underneath the knee. And this will open the hips this way. Before we move into the other side, I just want to tell you the science quickly behind these yin poses, why we hold them for as long as we do, on average 4 to 5 minutes on each side, is because that actually is what releases the ligaments and the fascia and gets deep to opening the muscles and stretching the muscles. Without me getting too much into the science of it, but when you're sitting there going, Jenny, why are we still sitting here? Why are we sitting here so long? That is why. There is a science behind it. You can't completely release the fascia that is over the muscle in yin poses without holding them for a certain amount of time. So again, the minimum is 3 minutes. I recommend 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so rather than if you sit in a pose, say you're doing a hamstring stretch, you do it for like 30 seconds, you're not getting the full release of the muscle, if that makes sense, and the full release of any toxins that are in the muscles as well. That's another reason why we hold the pose as long as we do. It releases the toxins in the cells at a cellular level and also at a muscular, a ligament, and a fascia level. Okay, so with that, on the opposite side, take the left knee to the left wrist. Back leg is in a half split. This side could be different for you. You might need a block on this side, maybe you didn't on the other. You might need to place a yoga blanket underneath this. Again, you want to square off the hips, and you want to inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Now for me, I like putting a pillow on my forehead using my meditation pillow, but you also can come the whole way down to the mat. You also can stay seated up if this is more comfortable for you, like just staying like this and not coming down. You also can come down to the elbows like this is an option. Just rest the head. So there's a couple different options. So just find where you can completely relax and let go on the other side. Ever so gently and slowly, we're in a pigeon pose, come to a tabletop, circle the hip, get the blood circulation back, and you can push into a downward facing dog and do the same, circle the hip, lift the hip open. If you are on your back, you want to plant the feet and then windshield wiper the knees back and forth. And then we're going to turn over onto our backs. And I'm going to get you ready for Shavasana, for our final resting pose. Now, I'm going to give you a yin pose that you can actually do in Shavasana. We're actually going to do a butterfly pose, laying down. And I'm going to give you a couple options. Let's put this on really quick. Okay, so the option is, as I mentioned, at some point, if you want to purchase a bolster like this, it's called a pranayama pillow. So this can be used for this pose. You don't have to use a blanket if you don't have one at home. You can also use a bolster for this if you choose. Here's the bolster that I have. Or if you have a yoga blanket at home, if you watch the replay for this, or if you have a blanket with you, you're going to roll the blanket so that it looks like this. So we're rolling it like a cylinder, and we're going to place it at the base of the spine. So we're actually placing it at the base of the spine. And again, don't worry about it if you don't have one at home. You can just lie on your back and do it. You're still going to get the opening in the hips. What this does, when you add this to the butterfly pose, is it opens the heart space more. So it allows you to get deeper breath, and it opens the heart chakra. So again, we're slowly rolling back on the spine, and this supports the head. And then we open the knees and bring the feet towards each other, and we're opening the knees like we're opening a book. So wherever that feels comfortable to you, whether you're creating more of a diamond shape or you're bringing the heels closer into the body, again, find where that opening is for you in the hips. And that is an option for you for your Shavasana. You also can choose, if you would like, you can also just do a standard Shavasana, which is laying on your back, and the palms are facing up. If you have something at home, you can cover your eyes with. It could be a shirt, it could be a towel if you have something laying there. This is an eye pillow. Highly recommend purchasing one of these. You can buy them for $10 on Amazon. This is a Hugger Mugger brand. You can buy this on yogaoutlet.com. There's pieces of lavender seed in here, and you place it on your eyes as you're doing your Shavasana. You also can place a blanket over you for those of you that have yoga blankets at home. And this is a way of sealing in the energy. So final rest here. Go ahead and close the eyes. Just take your final rest here.
Ever so slowly, gently start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Start to bring awareness back to the breath, rolling over to your favorite side for a moment of gratitude. When you're ready, ever so gently and slowly, coming back up to a comfortable seat. When eyes are closed or have a soft gaze. Coming back to our intention, our sankalpa. Was it healing the heart for you? Was it releasing something from the Atman, the soul, the heart space? Something that you may need to release? Or is it about giving yourself more unconditional love, more mindful self-compassion, being more gentle, more kind to yourself when you speak to yourself? Coming back to our mindful self-compassion meditation, may I be safe, may I be peaceful, may I be healthy, may I live with ease and beingness and non-striving.
May I be kind and gentle to myself. Making a vow to yourself, a sankalpa, an intention, and visualize this promise to yourself. Maybe the vow is, may I be patient with myself when I make mistakes. May I be mindfully and consciously kind and gentle to myself when I don't meet expectations that I put on myself. I am peace. I am joy. I am gratitude. I am loving awareness. I am mindful self-compassion. So just taking a moment to know that at WiseMind, we have the intention to bring this holistic mental health into the world, that we want to give you the tools, the breath work, the meditation, the mindfulness, the physical practice at all levels so that we can support you. We can support you during this time when so many of us need it. So many of us are struggling and need these holistic mental health, emotional health, physical health, and spiritual health tools in their hands. So we are sending you so much love, light, and blessing. I hope you can feel it through the screen. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. Sending you love, light, and blessing. Namaste.